Hey again, welcome back. This is Tarot to a T, and today we're going to do a little tarot for the month of May 2022. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you for joining me. If you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, that would really make my day. I think I've decided to do some kind of giveaway. Like if you subscribe, I might go ahead and start picking random people out, contacting them if your information is available, and offering a private reading for free. So, I don't know if that motivates you, but it's something to keep in mind. I think it's going to happen, I just don't know when. Anyway, this is a reading for Leo. Oh, we had some poppers. Let's see if those come out again. This is again Leo for May 2022. We're going to look at a situation you're dealing with, Leo, for the month of May 2022. Some complications in that situation, and then cards of advice. So here we go. Let's get down to it. Just a few more. Yeah. Okay. And those cards of advice. What can you advise, Leo, about this situation? That's an important part. We gotta wrap it up with some advice and wisdom. Yeah, okay. Here we go. You're looking at some kind of new beginning. You're learning some new skills or learning some new information. The pathway is open. This is actually fated. And it involves a female energy. This could be you, or you embody this, or somebody around you. Older female energy. This person likes to talk. Not in a good sense. They like to gossip. They like to spread news around. They're very social. I mean, they generally have a good sense of judgment. They're not a completely untrustworthy person, but that's an interesting thing that popped out here. Again, you're embarking on some kind of new beginning, honestly. Like starting over from some point. I'm trying to figure out how this ties in with this queen here, this Queen of Diamonds. I mean, this person could be involved in this situation. I'm not really picking up on what that means, though, at this point. We're going to have to draw more cards for sure. But again, with the Six of Spades, the sixes are generally about like new opportunities, new paths, doorways opening up. But this particular six is talking about fated or destined events. This is like something that was destined to happen. Maybe you had prior knowledge of this coming, like you were sensing it was going to happen. I'm not seeing an ending, but we have the new beginning. Let's see what else we can pull out for Leo. Somebody took control in this situation, for sure. It's possible you took control, or this could be an earth sign. Again, also with the Queen, diamonds are earth, or your earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. But I look at the queens. The kings is somebody took control. They're an authority figure. They took some kind of I don't know, like new step, because it's also the card of entrepreneurship. So in this context, I'm just seeing as this was like a new move. This was like a totally new move. I mean, this card possibly could be you if you have Earth in your chart, especially. When somebody took control here, and as a result, it resulted in this new beginning. Okay. Three of Diamonds, and it involves some kind of partnership, for sure. This is also the player card. This is like a person who, and player, has those connotations of being like a love triangle, but it's honestly, it's about indecision, right? So 3 people involved in a love triangle, somebody can't make up their freaking mind. So it's kind of like that. It's possible that this involved a relationship where there was a degree of indecision. Because it's Pentacles, diamonds / diamonds, this also involved finances in some manner. With the 3, you're looking at problems in communication and confusion around money. Like, I don't know, how it was being earned, how to budget, who is responsible for it. I don't quite know. Still got to get more cards. This is not very clear to me. Jack of Hearts. Look at that. This involves somebody who is close to you. Again, a card of a partner. It could be a close friend, but I think because we're looking at this indecision and partnership card, I think it was somebody closer than just a friend. Yeah. But this is the card of like somebody who's younger in their ways. They have like a younger mindset. They're could be less mature, but just less experienced. Wow. And we have the Magician. This is the Joker, but in this, in the traditional tarot decks, this is the Magician card. This is definitely things getting mixed up, juggled around, shifts happening. So like, I'm kind of picking up like shifts in a relationship, like things were shifting. It's also, because they were sort of shifting around so much, I think there was a lot of confusion. Like we saw with the 3 of Diamonds here, there was some kind of confusion, right? And I think this Joker, gosh, I just messed up my card spread here, but this Joker is kind of confirming there was a lot of confusion in a relationship. I'm not sure that you reached a huge ending, though. That's what's interesting. I think a lot of money, there was some money definitely involved, but with this new start and having to learn new information or a new skill, I don't know. I think the relationship is still there in some fashion or form, honestly. We definitely have different energies here of denoting different people, so I don't think all of those represent you. I think it has to at least involve one more person. It could be 3 people involved with the 3, but anyway, take it how it fits. We're going to look at the complications because I'm just not getting a clear picture with this. There were some complications definitely in some kind of partnership. With this 2 of Hearts, this is about partnership, harmonious, balanced relationships. And there was some issues with your stability. These 4s, they could talk about stability in the financial sense, but not necessarily. Also could be emotional or living situations. This was a really disappointing and dissatisfied situation, though. And they were things that were forced upon you that you weren't involved in their, how do I say it? It's like things out of your control. And they were forced upon you. They were necessary changes, though. They had to happen because they were fated. Like being stuck in a dynamic with somebody that just had to reach this point of massive changes. That's what I keep picking up. But I haven't seen that. I haven't seen the card of change come out. Doesn't matter. Again, we have the other Joker. Now this is the Joker that denotes kind of the Fool card. in the traditional tarot. It's being more naive, but being useful and ambitious in a way. It's kind of being open to what happens, because you don't have any preconceived expectations or ideas. It's interesting because if this is this four, so you weren't feeling stable in a situation. This is your complication. I think it involves some kind of partnership, and it was deeply dissatisfying. And the Joker here is telling me that things were really shifting around a lot, probably making things very topsy-turvy. Like, there, again, no stability. And you were totally naive to it because you had no clue this was coming down the pipeline. Or you just didn't know what would happen next. Oh, this is kind of mysterious. Again, we have the card of stability. This four, though, with the clubs, you were looking at, quite honestly, there was a lot of struggle or fight involved with this. I really, you know what, when this pops out of your complications, it's very dissatisfying to me because obviously there's some kind of struggle. So it's kind of stating the obvious. But I guess it's confirming that this involved your stability in some way. Whatever strife that was happening here, you didn't feel secure. Too much topsy-turvy. I mean, we have both Jokers out here even. I think it might involve more than just finances, too. Card of completion. So something ended. This is actually kind of a card of good news. I'm not going to read it that way, though, in the complications here, because this is also the card of travel. Like, usually for good reasons, like, I mean, you could be traveling as a result of all these things, and this is where the new beginning came in. But I also like to see this as like mental or emotional travel. Like you're traveling away from a place that was not good. I mean, again, this dissatisfaction. Yeah, not being happy and not being satisfied. But it's good that it showed up here because it's showing me that whatever that was, it's over. Let's look at your cards of advice, though. Okay, we got again the card of partnership, and we have again this card of stability. This time we have the diamonds, which means to me you're going to have some financial stability here, or security, or both. In some ways, they mean the both, right? As a result of this. This Three of Clubs, again, this was trouble in a partnership of some sort. It's also the card of completion. So perhaps it's saying to complete the struggle here, there's some kind of payout that needs to happen. And it's also the card of warning you not to overspend. That's an interesting, it's a dualistic definition, but it's an interesting thing that's popping up here. It's like, you may have to settle it financially, but be careful how much you put into that. I mean, literally. Not like effort, but like literally the amount of money, let's say, or abundance. Nine of Clubs. Yes, this is going to complete this whole entire thing, and you're gonna experience some contentment with this, which I'm glad to see, because this does not feel very settled. There is definitely an air of just not being satisfied. It's not like you're deeply depressed, but you're just not satisfied. There's a lot of turmoil and unhappiness. But this card right here, this is a real achievement. This means some major progress is going to be made. I think whatever situation this is where you're starting over, it has to be settled financially. That's how I'm seeing it. And it's going to end this struggle, this fight. Eight of Hearts. Yes. This is how you move ahead. This is actually a very good card of things really turning out okay and being having people around you who appreciate you, support, family, friends, take it how it fits. It's also potentially the card of meeting somebody new who's really going to be a positive influence in your life. Honestly, it could fall into any arena. This could also be a positive change in your work life as well. Let's get a card of advice here for Leo before we wrap this up, because this was just all over the place. Five of Spades. Spades. Five of Clubs. Sorry. Five of Clubs. Yes, necessary changes. And this is the card denoting that these things needed to change. I mean, you had this card of fate and destiny here, so this does not surprise me at all that this came out. There was a severe dissatisfaction in a living situation. It all had to happen. It was all destined and fated this way. I'm not seeing like the big picture, like why this needed to happen in your life. That's not for this reading. But I think it's going to lead you to these much better places. Celebrating with family and friends and moving ahead. Leo, I think I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, I'm sorry this couldn't be so fluid. I was having a hard time making all the connections, but I think there's a lot of elements involved making this complicated. I hope it helped. I hope this line of advice is making you feel hopeful. But it is going to wrap up. It's going to complete. And you had the Ten of Clubs here as well, and this is like even a more final completion. So just know that and realize that it's probably going to involve, some finances in some sense. This doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get taken financially. You're going to get a hard hit in your finances. It could be the other way around. But it's going to lead to stability as well, and I think that's very important, because there's a lot of instability in this reading with these jokers and this Four of Spades. Okay. Congratulations on your new beginning. Thank you for joining me. I will see you again soon. Take care.